The inquiry into the Public Investment Corporation continues tomorrow. Over the past week, the UDM's Bantu Holomisa was cross-examined. Holomisa blew the whistle on dodgy investments at Africa's largest pension fund administrator, leading to the establishment of the inquiry. Heidi Giokos has been tracking that commission for us and joins us in studio now. Thanks so much for your time, Heidi. Over the past week, Bantu Holomisa was cross-examined. It's the first cross-examination we've seen in the PIC inquiry so far. Why is that, and why now?
So you're right to say that it is the first cross-examination that we've ever seen in this inquiry. And the reason why this has happened is because a couple of weeks ago, Bantu Holomisa had testified at the inquiry, and he had implicated a number of people, alleging conflicts of interest and other sorts of allegations. And a specific company he implicated was Lebashe Investment Group, which he had done so previously as well. But Lebashe came out saying that, we need the evidence and the proof of these allegations, and we would like to cross-examine Holomisa. And because Holomisa has implicated Lebashe, they are allowed to cross-examine him. And this is why we've seen the first of its kind where we see a cross-examination. But Holomisa is basically alleging that there is some sort of conflict of interest because the deputy former finance minister, Jabu Moleketi, was involved in the PIC at the time, as well as a former PIC staff member was also at the PIC at the time that the PIC invested into Lebashe, and then they later on moved over to be directors of Lebashe. So Holomisa basically saying that needs to be further investigated, and he has really been at the forefront of actually exposing or bringing to light certain kind of investments that the PIC has been involved in. He even went as far as writing to the president last year to say, look, you guys need to actually dig deeper and find out what exactly is going on at the PIC. And that's probably what also pushed the president a little further to say, well, let's get an inquiry to see what is actually going on. And
that's in fact what he's doing now again as well, by saying that the commission needs more time to do its work properly. Otherwise, essentially, it's going to be wasted. And part of the problem there is that he's been asked to provide proof of the dodgy dealings with Lebashe.
Exactly, and it's a very important point to make because Holomisa was in court last year in the Pretoria High Court over the very same issue. Lebashe took Holomisa to court to say, you've been making all these allegations, let's set the record straight. Where is the evidence and where is the proof of all these allegations? And Holomisa was interdicted to not make any further comments with regards to all these allegations against Lebashe. Lebashe's legal team basically saying, again last week when they cross-examined him, where is the proof? They want physical, tangible evidence about all these allegations, that there is conflict of interest and, another company involved as well.
Is there proof?
Well, we don't know yet. We're going to have to wait and see what the commission finds. But interestingly so, we spoke to Holomisa after his cross-examination on Wednesday, and we said, you've made all these allegations and they want the proof. Where is the proof? And he said, I don't have the proof. I don't have the tools and the physical manpower to actually dig deeper. And this is why I've raised these concerns to the inquiry, and I need the inquiry to do its work and to dig deeper and to investigate further. And this is what he's been trying to, the message he's been trying to relay to Lebashe's legal team throughout his cross-examination, that hold on, I don't have the proof. I don't have
his job to provide the
proof.
proof.
It's not my job, and I am not going to actually dig deeper. I've done some, if I can put a desktop research, and I found these allegations, and I want the inquiry to dig deeper.
You spoke to two of the directors of Lebashe, and what was their response?
Exactly. So it was interesting to hear their perspective, because it's all these allegations, and they've been mounting for a while now. It's not just because of this inquiry. It also happened last year. And they specifically said to me, I said, why would Holomisa attack Lebashe, if I can put it that way? Or why would he come for Lebashe if there's nothing concrete that he actually has with him? And they believe it's a political agenda. They believe it's an election year. It's a tough time for political parties, also given the fact that there are lots of new political parties that are coming up. And they said to me, their words were, it's a political agenda, and he is using Lebashe to elevate his political party. So those are the kind of sentiments that we are getting from these directors about why Holomisa could possibly be attacking this company. But we'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow, because he he remains on the stand and he will continue to be cross-examined, maybe he comes with some fresh evidence that we could use.
All right, thank you very much for that insight. We'll continue to track those developments with Heidi Giokos in the coming days as the PIC inquiry continues.